Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Amey Sure and we are discussing about AVEVA PDMS structures, in which in the previous video we talked about how to get the basic specifications about walls and floors. So now we will start up to create some floors. Okay, so we will just select a framework which is under the structure wall. You can create a different structure also for floors. So in that framework we will go and create a floor. Okay, whenever you select a floor, you will get an option of creating a new floor. You can rename that floor as say F1 for now, and then description if it is there. Thickness, generally it comes from the specifications which you have selected. You can check in the previous video, we have selected a specification where we have give the user thickness, that is 300 units. Okay, you have three options, that is 100, 200 and the user thickness. Okay, so we have used that. You can change it from here also, that is fine, and justification I will tell you in a bit time. And then you have various options of creating a floor. So if you have a coordinates, you can always go with the coordinates. If you know the directions, you can go with the directions. You want a circular shapes, you can go with the circular shapes option. So these options we have tried in most of the structures, from beams, columns, walls, pallets, everything we have tried. So you can check out the previous videos for these methods, how to create different things. Right now we are just creating from the existing vertices. I am just selecting that, and then I am going to just click and drag at the center of this, which will be selected as a origin. Okay, now it is not getting selected which I wanted, so I will just remove that previous point. There is an option of removing a previous point, so I will just remove that. I will just click and drag. Now it is not selecting this line because our option is not selected. So always remember, you want to go to settings, uh, you want to go to pick filters, setting pick filters and P lines. You can set it to normal so that the center point or NA point of your beams and columns will be selected. Then you can go to again floor. You can rename that to be F1. Okay, and then you can create a floor. So I will just click. Now it is getting selected. So I will just click here, maybe at this end. So that is my last vertex. It is getting added. After third, you will find a floor with a thickness of 300, and let us make it a close by a square. Okay, now let us understand what is our justification. If you observe right now, justification at the top, that means the floor is created below the whatever point I selected. Okay, so if you go to center, the floor or the selection point will be kept at a center. If it is 300, 150 on top, 150 at the bottom. Okay, and if you select a bottom, a floor will be created on the top of your reference point. Okay, so generally we tend to select a top point, so justification at the top, and we can just say OK, so that that command will get terminated. But before saying OK, generally this is not a kind of floor which you find in any structure. Okay, floor is always extended about the edges. Okay, so for that we will just go to display modification form, and this display modification form you will find it is much more similar to what we find in our panels and plates. Okay, in mode of selection I will not create any different thing. I will just create a whole selection, first option, and expand and contract option, and I will just create by 500. Okay, and I will just create to expand or contract. If you I say contract, it will go inside by 500. If I double click on that, it will go 1000, 500, 500 every time. And if I say expand, it will come out by 500. So I am just expanding it to 1500 to out, and I am saying modify. So it is getting expanded on all the sides from each selection point. Okay, now let us say I want to modify anything, so I will just go here and select the point modification option. So there is radius option at this point. So if you want to be it radius, you can have 500 as radius, and you can say modify and check which point is getting modified. This point is getting modified to the radius. Okay, if you want to insert a new point, you can just click here. Okay, and then you can have a distance. Say in y I want this to be, say, 3000. Create, and then I go to x in terms of, say, minus 500. It is too much, so I will just go 0. Maybe 0 is also too much, so I will go to minus 500. Sorry, I will go 500. Yeah, that is fine. So I will just create that. Then I will go to y in, say, 4000. Create, and then I will go to again minus 1500. Sorry, 1500. Okay, just to check whether it is perfectly on top or not, you can say create and then say close. So this is how you can basically modify different floors, same as plates and panels which we have seen in the previous video, but this is regarding the higher thickness. Okay, so this is how you can create a floor in AVEVA PDMS. In the next video, coming videos, we will talk about how to create walls and how to create different options which are available in walls and floors section. Okay, so this is what I want to discuss in this video. We will meet in the next video. Till then, if you like this content, do follow and subscribe my channel. If you like this content, also share the word about the channel with your friends. Okay, thank you for joining.